Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mike of the Cookie and Cream Podcast. Just letting you know you can financially support the show via Patreon.com. That's Patreon.com/Cookie and Cream Pod. You can support us for as little as $2 a month. That's right, that's it. It's just $2 a month, and trust me, that goes way further than you can imagine. Thank you very much. Enjoy the show. Oh, shit.
We're back this Thursday.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yo.
It's Season 2, Episode 2 of the Cookie and Cream Podcast. What is up, Cookie Monster?
Season 2, man. Put some Parmesan on that.
We got Chibsy hanging out with us. What's up, brother?
Hey, thanks for having me, fellas.
What up, man?
Our pleasure, man.
Never say no. Never say no to Cookie and Cream.
No. Good man.
Yeah, they're bigger than me
So-
as well.
What were you guys talking about before we hit record? I was
telling Chibs that just the other night I was flipping around the channels and they were playing the Ace Ventura movies back to back, 1 and 2.
What?
Yep, it was on the 7 Mate channel.
Oh,
So
my
good.
God.
So good.
Back to back, commercial free.
Oh, really?
It was just,
What?
I don't know why. They were just like, you know what? There's just no reason to interrupt this gold.
Yeah. Where do we even put an ad?
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly.
It's all killer, no filler.
Do we put the ad for the AFL before or after he talks out of his ass? We're not sure.
Dude.
Do you have a mint? Perhaps some Banaka?
Would that help? Would a mint up your asshole actually help?
That couldn't hurt.
I have to
I mean,
agree with Chibsy. It couldn't hurt. Helping? That's a stretch.
Yeah.
Depends on how much things you put up your butt.
That's
Couldn't
right.
hurt.
Maybe it's not a stretch. It's more of a gape. I don't know.
Oh!
Some juicy fruit or something up there.
Some juicy
Give it some
fruit.
tang.
How do you know about juicy fruit?
What do you mean? What do
They
you mean?
sell
How do I
that
know
here.
about juicy fruit?
You've been to America.
It's in Australia.
No, it isn't.
I'm pretty sure it's made in Australia.
Oh, is it mate? No, it's
No,
made
it's
here?
definitely not.
Oh, I was.
No,
you
it's,
had me.
Yeah.
I was so confused growing up as a kid, wondering why, like, he was hanging on to the railing of the ceiling. I'm like, what is she doing? Like, is she giving him like an awesome foot massage or something? I was so confused growing up.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, she was giving him an awesome head job. Like,
But
he
it's
was,
so wild to be like, that's how he wanted to act that scene out. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to hold on to this and thrash me about the room as much
Yeah.
as possible.
Don't worry about the peacock in the corner. Just suck my dick.
That scene's great. It's just, and it's all the little. It's see the thing about the Ace Ventura movies is, yeah, they're so over the top, and it's in your face. It's wild. The humor is just like, it's Jim Carrey. It's like classic Carrey, but it's also.
Yeah.
It's like the little tiny things as well, like that scene you're describing where she's giving him a blowjob below the camera. His body's swinging around, but he's saying these little things just like, hey, real nice people around here. You know, it's like, what?
Yeah. He's like, oh, the monkey might come over and tickle my butthole, but only because he knows I like it. He was literally getting thrashed around less in that scene than he was, or sorry, more in that scene than he was by the shark
Yeah, that's
later
right.
on
Yeah,
in the Shark Tank.
Do not go in there.
Do not go in there. What was the dolphin's name? What was
Snowflake.
it?
Snowflake, yeah.
That's right. It's the cream chowder. Is that the red or the white?
Oh, I can never remember that.
I can never remember that.
White? Yes.
Yes.
Dude,
He sneaks
awesome
in.
little trivia. So when he walks into that club in that scene, the band that's playing on stage, that metal band, that's fucking Cannibal Corpse,
It
bro.
is Cannibal
That's
Corpse.
a band. That's a real band.
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
That's it.
And
Yeah.
Jim Carrey is a huge metalhead, or at least he was. I mean, he probably still is. I don't know. But back in the day, Carrie was a gigantic metalhead, and Cannibal Corpse was one of his favorite bands. So he asked them to be the band for that scene. He like got them to do it
at a mansion thing or whatever. No, when he goes into the club.
The club, yeah, like
club.
the underground
and
club.
And he's there dancing like with hand on his belly, like
super weird. What's that move called? I call it picking the lint out of my belly button.
It's great stuff, man. And then you get that second one, dude. Where I mean, first of all, when you sit in a room with a couple other writers and you're going to do a sequel to Ace Ventura, I have to take my hat off to the motherfucker who stood up and went, wait, I got it. Send this dude to Africa. Of all places.
Where should we send the whitest guy ever?
Iquinsuacha.
Bumblebee tuna.
Oh, God.
I was thinking about that the other day, man. So that's good shit.
Yeah,
good shit.
Yeah, that's what we grew up with. Our generation, you know, when we were children in the 90s, growing up, it's unbelievable to think that was the comedy as children that we had in front of us in the cinema. The Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Liar, Liar, like all that classic Carrie shit. But then, I don't know how old the two of you were when you first watched There's Something About Mary.
Oh, bro.
That's another one. That came out when we were kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck me. You
Frank
want to
and
talk
Beans.
about dude, no.
It's a Frank with the beans.
He was masturbating.
Yeah. How the hell you get the beans butter Frank? Like, how do you do that? That's still a question.
Most underrated character in a comedy is Matt Dillon in There's Something About Mary. Where
Absolutely.
Yes.
The private detective.
Yeah. I work with retards. And then he's like, all I've got is these goddamn Nepalese coins.
And then he's trying to grease her up, right? And but the way he's so bad at it, he's like, I remember this this one camper, Mongo, used to keep him in a cage.
It's like, oh my god, you left him in a cage? That's what I said.
How do you
like I let him out to run on a chain or something? Like,
Yeah, he
set
just
a
run
leash
about
up
the
for
yard.
him. Yeah.
What I did was I put a stake in the middle of the yard. I tied a rope to it. Then I tied him to it. He'd run around in a circle till he got to the middle, and he'd just knock himself out.
Mongo.
Mongo.
Yeah.
How do you get in character to emerge from a rhinoceros ass?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Again,
How do you do that?
Physical comedy at its best.
Yeah,
Yeah. Being birthed.
he was birthed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By a rhino.
and then it's
The
all
funniest shit about that might have gone, under the radar. People were still taking photos of it.
And then he's like in the fetal position, covered in slime and shit.
Yeah, the white people were like, "Did you get it, Dad? I got it.
It's all the animal sounds he's making as he's like exiting the asshole.
Kind of hot in these rhinos." He was my favorite growing up.
Oh,
My absolute favorite.
I mean, when it came to physical comedy and just outrageousness, you couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
I remember I was telling I can't remember who it was, someone the other day about some of the sketches he did on In Living Color.
Oh, dude.
Back in the day. And I just remember this one, and I don't know why I'd seen it or anything, but maybe it was on like a Best of Jim Carrey VHS or something we got. And it was him doing My Left Foot, like the Daniel Day-Lewis movie, My Left Foot, the true story about the artist with cerebral palsy that paints with his foot. But it's Jim Carrey in a wheelbarrow in an Irish pub, and it's like, Daniel Day-Lewis in My Left Foot of Fury. And he gets like into full bar brawls with people, but only fights with his left foot. So he's picking people up with his left foot and throwing them across the bar and stuff. Yeah, My Left Foot of Fury.
In
Right.
living color.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's
you
do
want
that
to
again.
talk about... I wish. In fact, here's all I wish for. I don't even wish that they would like bring it back with new sketches and like to like just do it again. Just put it on TV again as reruns. Just
Reruns.
put it on.
Yeah.
Let people see how far we used to
It was
push
so
it.
hectic. Who was the fireman guy that he played?
Fire
That was,
Marshal
like,
Bill.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah,
It was
that's right.
Like third-degree burns all over his body.
all over him. And then just like teeth. And that's where I learned to do the teeth. Let me show you something.
Fire Marshal
Dude.
Bill teaches him
I
about
loved
fire.
it. Yeah.
It's the
You don't want to get burnt.
scariest
Let me
looking
show you something.
motherfucker.
Let's suppose you're pumping gas at the station and decide to light a cigarette.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's the Zoolander scene where they have the petrol fight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, that's one of
It's
my
like,
favorite
wake
movies.
me up before you go.
Oh,
And then they're like filling the car up. It's like, hey! Start spraying
Hey.
spraying it all over everyone.
Just the intro to that scene when, like, Zoolander, he's all down and depressed, and his roommates come out and they go, I know what you need. Orange mocha frappuccino.
No, yeah. Now, let me get dark for a second. I'm going to ask, was the underlying theme of that scene smoking a fag? Was that underlying? Like, honestly, not to, you know how shit goes, but
It has
hey,
to be. Has
there
to
is a tie there.
be. Yeah.
It's an
And Wayne
interesting,
found it.
There's a
interesting
tie there.
little observation.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to say it. I think there's a link.
I like it. I'll go with the 100% yes.
It's not a straight link. It's more like a Q, like a LGBTQ. Nah. Anyway,
You know what I wish there was, and there probably is or will be very soon, a group that labels themselves as LGBTQAnon.
We're woke and into conspiracy theories.
Yes,
Yeah,
Wayne, you familiar with QAnon?
I've not heard about QAnon.
See, this is why I envy Wayne, is he doesn't pay any attention
I have no
to
clue.
any of the political bullshit. The
Called Living the
QAnon
Dream.
group is long story short, QAnon is a conspiracy group that thinks like Donald Trump was put in place intentionally to stop the globalist child sex trafficking ring,
How's he?
among
he
other
started it.
things.
Among other things. Yeah.
Among a lot of other things. Anyway, they're just like this insane group, but
There's actually a wild
Never heard of
documentary. There's a wild documentary about it called Into the Storm. And it's pretty wild. It's one documentary trying to figure out, documentary maker trying to figure out who Q is.
oh right.
And he reckons he's got it. Like, he reckons by the end of it, you pretty much know who Q is, and that the whole thing is fucking shit.
Yeah, right.
Like a big practical joke being played on morons. Yeah.
I'm not up to date. Just ask Matt Groening how this is all going to play out. I'm sure he knows.
Yeah, he'll know.
He'll
Time
know.
traveling motherfucker.
You know
What a
what?
cunt.
That is some weird stuff, man. Like how many things the Simpsons have actually gotten right if you go back and look.
Yeah.
I was
It's actually
looking at
eerie.
it today. It's eerie because it's not just like situations; it's like movements in
Exact
those
scenes.
situations. Exact fucking scenes, bro.
Yeah.
So-
it's wild. Wild.
It's
stuff.
wild, man.
Yeah.
It's so one thing I heard, he in an episode he Homer Simpson was trying to come up with the equation to make infinite donuts, but it was actually the equation for the God particle, and this was like 10 years prior. Have you heard that one?
Really?
I remember
Yeah.
that episode because he didn't he go up to Flanders and flaunt it in front of him and say, "Oh, by the way, I accidentally disproved God or something." And Flanders
Yeah,
like
oh,
flipped
he
out.
probably
Won't
would have.
do. He
He
eats
probably
the
would have.
paper or something, doesn't he?
Because we all know
something like
how Matt Groening loves Jesus, so he wouldn't have put him in an awkward spot.
Speaking
Who
of
knows?
Ned Flanders, if you are not familiar, either of you, if you are not familiar with the Ned Flanders themed heavy metal band called Oakley Dokley, get off your ass. I'm not even joking. They're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Oakley
Really?
Dokley, bro. They're from the States.
Yeah. They wear the sweaters and have the moustache
yep.
and everything.
The whole deal.
Like Ned
Were
Flanders.
they on X Factor or
They
something?
do
Is that how
brutal
they-
metal.
I
though.
wish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oakley
Yeah, dude.
Dokley.
Oakley Dokley will brighten anyone's day. I'm just going
Yeah.
to put
Do
that
they-
out
do
there
they
for all you
preach?
listeners.
Is it like a positive Jesus message? But like hardcore? I want you to worship God. I want you to do it hard. Jesus. No?
That's pretty good. That
Is
wasn't
that
bad.
Good.
That wasn't
Yeah.
bad.
Copyright
Pretty good.
Cookie and Cream Podcast, Episode 2, Season 2.
This is like there's a football, like a soccer team in Norway, I'm pretty sure. They play in the second or third tier, but they're legit called FC Santa Claus. and their logo is like Santa's head. And this is like a professional club. Play in a stadium in a professional league with like 20,000 people watching them. They're
No
called
shit.
Wow.
FC Santa Claus.
FC
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
Wow. Football Club
Yeah.
Santa.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
So,
Do they only
Chibs,
play once a year, or is that not a thing?
Nah, they might get one day off a year.
Yeah.
Slave labour. Just how Santa likes it.
Oh, yeah.
so Chibs, I have to ask you. So, now that you officially made your stand-up comedy debut less than a
Yeah.
week ago,
Yeah, thank you.
how does it
Congrats.
feel? How are you feeling afterward? What's going through your mind? I just have to know.
Yeah, I was so pumped about it. It's like, I was excited to do it the whole time. I really didn't feel nervous about it, which I thought I definitely would. I was just like excited. I was pumped. I couldn't wait to get up there and do it.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, like, I had exactly what I was going to do, like, pretty much down. And I'm like, I don't really care how this goes. I'm just going to, like, keep on piling through it. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know if, the
That's
way I
good.
kicked, it was either going to go real bad early, and then I knew what I was in for, or it worked. And then I was lucky that it sort of worked. Does help to fill the room with as many people that you know that have a sick mind.
Yeah. It
But
does
to
help.
be fair, I think like I kind of didn't even really pay attention to those people in the crowd. It was the people I didn't know that I was watching. And there was one guy that I thought was going to break his table. He was like smacking it so hard every time I like ripped into a crippled person or whatever. And I'm like, okay, all right. Oh, well, at least if that guy's enjoying himself, then that's good enough for me. But
Yeah, good.
dude, it couldn't have been better. Couldn't have been better way to start. And now, like almost instantly, all I started thinking about was, okay, so now I've got to do another 5 minutes and figure that out in a month. Like,
Because you're doing it next month.
because I'm doing it again next month, so I don't want
Yeah.
to do the same set.
Yeah.
And
I feel you.
I've got so much stuff that I feel like I can do it now.
Mm.
Like, I don't know. Like, you fill that time up pretty quick. What
Oh,
you were
how
telling
quick
me,
does it go,
yeah,
bro?
what you were telling me, Wayne, as well. Like, that whole like just sort of aim for like 3.5 to 4 minutes.
Yep.
And that definitely seemed to work because I kind of did it differently on the night than it was
For
in
sure.
all the ways I practiced it and did it in my head.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
there was a whole section in there that I came up with driving there from work that I just chucked in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm glad I had heaps more stuff, but I'm like, I'm just going to cut it all and just do this.
Yeah,
And that worked out like perfectly. If I'd been trying to do more, I would have been just like trying to rush through shit. I kind of
course,
left
yeah.
a lot of I don't know. I kind of was enjoying the silence as in some bits where I just wouldn't say anything.
You have to.
and just
You have
look
to,
at
kind of.
you just look at people and say,
Yeah.
"Did what I just say sink into you?"
Yeah. Yeah. Like, wasn't that awkward?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
I think even though it was your very first time doing stand up, I think the advantage you brought to the stage with you is you've been podcasting for a while, and
that.
the podcast is based in funny and
Yeah.
coming up with things on the spot, improvising, being witty, being quick. And you've been doing that for so long with these other guys to the point where you've built something, pretty special. So I think taking that kind of practice where it's like, okay, turn on the switch, funny, here we go. Like being able to turn that on and then bring it to the stage, even though you have not done stand-up before, I think it probably gave you a little bit of an edge.
For sure. I
think
feel that way as well.
The hours and hours of talking shit, like
Yeah.
and saying real messed up stuff, and it's just out there. You're kind of not as nervous now to say messed up stuff and it be out there. So,
When Mike and I came on with you on your podcast after you graciously invited us both on, like the shit you were slinging, like I was like, fuck, this dude's funny. So I had to sit up in my chair a little bit and be like, all right.
Game
I'm like,
face.
all right. Yeah. Like the visor came down on the Iron Man helmet. I'm like, all right.
we're not in casual mode anymore.
War mode now.
It's like, oh, hold on a minute. I didn't know we were going Steven Seagal. Hold on. Let me. Whoa.
Gonna have to do some eye gouging.
I'm going to have to go from White Spider-Man to Miles Morales.
I came in as like modern day overweight Steven Seagal. I didn't know we was going above the law.
Yeah. Yo.
Let me get my shit together.
Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. What that 100% helped. Like,
Yeah, man. You're naturally funny, bro. Like,
I
you're
appreciate
it's
that.
natural.
I just like I feel like what I did on the night was definitely different to the other sets in that it was pretty controversial, like straight up.
Yeah.
And you were either going to be on board with it or not. And at least I
Yeah.
kind of know that that's just what I think I personally find funny. And it's almost like there's a few people that I know definitely don't find that stuff funny. So if I say it to them and they react in a way of like, oh, like, okay, that's good.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I want to apologize because I wasn't there, and I'm really pissed off about it because I was sick.
Well, dude, you were
And-
sick. That's
well,
aggravating.
Yeah, no, but I hate
know what?
myself for it.
They do frown
Um,
upon you going out sick these days.
They do now.
Yeah, apparently.
Um,
I heard that.
But I also know that I missed the opportunity to meet a fan of Mike and I.
Oh, dude, I was telling Wayne. Okay, so
Yeah.
Chibsy.
Not to take away from what you were talking about, Chibs, because, like, dude, I'm so looking forward to doing it next month. I don't care if I'm on my hospital bed. I'm gonna be there.
yeah. Yeah.
We're
I
doing
can't
it.
wait.
We're
We'll be
sharing
there
the
together.
stage together, bro.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, another thing that came that I missed out on. God damn it, is what, Mike?
So, well, I was telling Wayne that I had the pleasure of meeting your very lovely mom.
Oh,
I was
yeah. Mum was front row center.
I couldn't
Dude.
believe it.
For all my rape jokes.
unbelievable.
He's like, man, I met his mom. I'm like, fuck off. Like, no, you didn't. Like, you're just
Yeah.
making me feel worse.
Yeah, yeah.
She
loves
came
you. She loves you guys.
Dude, your mother she reminds me of my mom with the sense of humor.
Yeah.
Very similar. Like my mom laughs at a lot of really walking on the edge type shit.
Yeah.
Your mother, when I was emceeing the show, and she was front row center, just like you said. That's no exaggeration.
Yeah.
She was in the front, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
And I'm watching her the whole show, and I'm seeing her. She's just losing it.
She was literally in tears. She said to me, I'm crying the entire night.
Really?
It's just.
So she had not heard, you didn't run any of it by her prior to the night?
Not at all. I told her I'm doing it. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I want to give her a big cuddle.
I tell you what, though, I was telling Mike this on the night. She says to me this is a week, maybe months ago. I was like, hey, because Mum always listened to our podcast, and then she talked to me about it. I liked this bit, that bit was funny, this and this and this, and she sort of just stopped talking to me about it. And I was like, Mum, did you listen to the last episode of the podcast? And she's like, no, I haven't got a chance. I've got to catch up. I'm like, well, what are you up to? And she's like, oh, this episode. I'm like, fuck, that was months ago. Why'd you stop listening? She's like, well, I've been listening to Mike and Wayne's podcast. And I'm like, yeah, and what the fuck? So you can listen to more than one. She's like, nah. I'm like, it's not the Channel 9 news versus Channel 7 news at the same time. You got to pick one. I'm like, for fuck's sake, hit add to queue, listen to them, and then listen to us. No.
CNN, Fox.
She's like,
CNN or Fox.
I had to catch up on all of theirs. I'm like,
oh,
now you're behind on out. But now you're behind on out. She's listened to every episode of you guys.
Really?
And when you guys took a break, I get a message from her saying, have you heard from Michael Wayne when they're coming back on?
I really appreciate
Mum,
that.
we're also on a break, but no, you wouldn't know that, would you?
Man.
Yeah.
She told me at the show
Big
when we were talking. She told me she listens to the Cookie and Cream podcast. I didn't believe. I was like, nah, she's just saying it to be nice.
She's not nice. She wouldn't say it.
I was Stop poisoning my son with your filth.
She would have been worried for you guys. She would have said, I'm sorry about my son and his filth. Yeah.
I was like, no way. I was like, no, you don't. And dude, she knew certain bits we've run on the show. She knew bits, and some obscure stuff. I can't remember what she mentioned. She mentioned some shit that I had forgotten about. Some bit we randomly went into.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. It's legit. It's 100% legit. It's now. It's like, no, I listened to that podcast.
Damn.
So,
sorry, your mom.
So, yeah, and I rely on that one download. I miss it. I saw the numbers drop. I'm like, fuck. Mum's not listening.
Did you tell her you're going to be there next month? And is she going to go next month?
Yeah, she'll go. Yeah.
I'm going to give her the biggest cuddle.
Yeah.
And because I'm so big, I like to pick people up.
Well, she's smaller than me, and I'm not a big man.
I'm going to lift her so high, she'll get head spins.
Do it. You can spin her around over your head. You can do it as part of the set.
Absolutely.
I might have to.
Wayne, just try not to take her up to the top of the Empire State Building.
I was going to say the Twin Towers, but they're not there anymore. Anywho, I got a list. So,
shit.
Real talk, there was apparently a tsunami, or not a tsunami, but a volcano that erupted near the Tongan Islands. Have you guys heard about
dude. Did you fuck?
So my wife only told me about this today. I think it happened a couple of days ago, 1 or 2 days ago.
Yeah,
and
I'm glad the fucking tsunami didn't come. Wayne's like, surf's up.
Yeah, what niggas don't swim. Use all my pimp money to get me a helicopter the fuck out of here. Get me all my illegitimate kids to make a raft for me to float on.
Oh shit! I just bought some floaties.
Oh, hey yo, bring that fat ass white bitch over here. I want to float. I paid for them titties. They better float. So no, like real talk. There was a tsunami warning for the east coast of Australia, in which we live, and I was completely unaware of it. So
I went to the beach today. The surf was insane.
dude, like Danae, she said she went down to Port Campbell, and it was fucking huge, man.
Huge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
and I went,
crazy.
oh, that's right. There was a tsunami.
Oh, that's right. Volcano erupted.
Yeah.
That's right. So I just wanted to do some Tongan words, and like, look, any Tongan people listening,
Fuck you.
don't.
Oh, he's kidding.
I don't even know if they can listen because they've been cut off from all comms. Like
That was
Christ.
Tongan for your welcome.
oh, right. So I want to do some like, and this is how fucked up the Tongan language is, and I don't mean fucked up in like a bad way. I mean like how hard it is to speak, because I put it in Google Translate and it was like Tongan detected, like some fucking
Like an alarm went off.
yeah, like an alarm. Meh, meh, meh. Tongan detected.
There's a bunker in Tonga. One
Tonga.
guy under there.
Yeah, it just
Oh
throws.
shit! I'm gonna have to translate something.
It just throws out fat booty white women to distract them. Tongan detected. So I just wanted to try and pronounce some Tongan words and have you guys try to guess what they mean.
All right.
Like, I honestly tried to go to Google Translate to help me pronounce these words, but Google Translate was like, nah, son.
Nope.
Nope.
No one knows.
You're on your own.
All right, hit us with them.
Okay, so the first one, like, this shit's ridiculous, man. And everyone knows I'm dyslexic, so Maleo e Lely.
I reckon that's like a hello.
You got it right. That's the first time that you
Is
get
it?
It's high.
Yeah, I felt like
Wait.
it was a greeting.
Sorry, that whole thing is high.
It's the whole thing.
Oh fuck! I thought like the first syllable was high, and it was a sentence. Jesus Christ!
It's just high, but it's informal. So
Whoa.
Malo e Lely or something like that. Like I said, I don't.
Jesus.
So
I'd be too lazy to speak this language.
So I'm gonna try to do what you do, Chibs, in your podcast. I hope you don't feel I'm ripping on you, but I'm more or less like imitating you, which is the best form of flattery, because I'm gonna over exaggerate the word. and then what I want you guys to do. This is different for our podcast. So what I want you guys to do is like say a phrase in English and then like throw in the Tongan word.
All right.
Yeah? So
Yeah.
All right.
Kataki. Not to be confused with Kentucky. Kataki.
Wait, so you want us to do an English sentence but throw that in?
Yeah. So guess what it is first, so that you can know how to use it in the sentence. So-
okay.
Kentucky.
To me, it sounds like the Tongan version of "Hiya," like for karate.
All right. All right.
Yeah. I think it's like what you yell, like a chef yells when the meal's up.
Yeah.
Instead of like,
Hey,
That's pretty good.
yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
All right. What's your guess, Mike?
Didn't I guess?
Did you guess?
That I went first. Where the fuck
was
were
that?
you?
Oh, I'm sorry. White
I
guys
said it
sound
was-
the same. I wasn't looking at the screen.
Where'd you
I was
go,
like,
son?
I was like, somebody's talking.
Some white guy. They're all the fucking same.
I'm over here speaking Tongan and like, yeah, well, I believe it's this.
Wayne's white-o-meter went off. He's like, oh, some white guy's talking again. Hold on, let me just...
He just hears it as like a high pitched frequency.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and in hedge fund taxes and 401k portfolio. Sorry, are you saying
present.
something? Yeah, and then then I told Jim about the deal. I said, the deal's off, Jim. Deal's off.
You know what the black alarm is for white guys present? It doesn't even say white guys, but it's just like, run, nigga!
Or it's
So-
just like, this is black news. We're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we getting the fuck. Yeah. White people dead. We leaving. So, Kataki, right?
Mm.
You ready for this?
Yeah, what's this mean?
It means please.
Oh, it's a very violent please, isn't it?
It is.
That's a strong
It's
please.
strong.
Please.
It's strong.
I'd feel rude saying that to someone, like
So-
if you bought something. Kentucky!
So now use it in a sentence
Ah.
Ooh.
mixed with English.
Mixed with English. Wait, what was it, please?
Yes, please. Yeah, it means please. Kataki.
Kentucky, don't kill me. Big Tongan man.
All right, Mike.
Listen, sweetheart, it's been at least 6 months since we've made love. And look, I've got a big day tomorrow. Big meeting at the office tomorrow with the shareholders and the board. And I could really sweetheart, I could really use some release. Come on, honey, Kataki. Come on. Come on.
I like it.
Kataki. Kataki, give me head. Come on.
So, all right. So this one is the actual one that I put into Google the first time, and it was like Tongan prison. So, all right, check this out. So, Kofi'i fa'i mololo.
Wait, is this
Kofi'i
one word?
fala mololo. So,
Ooh.
ko fi'i fa'i malalo.
Is that one word?
I think I'm doing pretty fucking good. I mean,
I think you're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
That sounds like it
So,
could be very close to
Kofi'i
correct.
fa'li malolo.
So if I may, if I'm remembering correctly, the very first word you listed for hello had Malolo in it. Am I correct? That sounds...
Is
is it
Malo.
part of it? Oh, Malo. Oh, okay.
Malo. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but yeah. So this is Kefi'i Fali Malolo.
All right, my guess is it's a response to a greeting, like hello, and it's something like, "Oh, I'm doing fine. How are you?" or something like that. That's my guess.
Oh, okay.
It's like a response to a greeting, kind of.
Okay. Chibs?
Yeah, I think it's more hardcore. I think Wayne's trying to throw us off the track here, and it's like a go fuck yourself.
It could be.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it does.
Which,
Hey,
which,
Kofi.
in my defense, could also be a response to a greeting.
It's a
Yeah,
response.
man, yeah. Hey, that's
Yeah.
almost my standard one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello, welcome to the Four Seasons. Go fuck yourself.
go fuck yourself. Sorry,
Give me my room key, bitch. Kataki.
Yeah. And then he just
my.
knocks the bitch out with a club and drags her by the hair to the room. So Kofi'i Fali Malolo, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, it means
You
where
are.
is the toilet?
Oh, it's a good one to
Okay.
know.
Oh, good.
Good one to know.
Yeah. So
I
Good
normally
luck
just
using
learn I need the shit.
I don't think there's any. I was trying to get some funny shit. in here, but there's none. They're so
There's
polite.
none. We're polite.
It sounds super harsh, but it's really polite.
Yeah.
I think "I kill you" literally means "I love you." I kill you.
Depending on the couple, those two sentences could be very synonymous.
Yeah.
It could
A
be.
lot.
Absolutely.
A lot. Yeah.
So here's one on the flip. So you know the long words mean short shit? Check this
Yeah.
out. Iwapi or Iwapi.
What does that mean?
Just wandering around. Really?
Jesus.
There are more letters in the other one.
How often are they saying just wandering around that they needed to shorten it in their language to
I
that?
guess it's like walkabout.
I guess. They've
Yeah.
gone bush.
Maybe it has. It's like sort of a blanket, like a blanketed meaning for many things. It could be like just chilling. Yeah, hanging. You know, just
yeah,
wandering.
like a
That's
slang
true.
kind of deal. So.
Yeah. Maybe it covers like a lot of bases.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's
going with
short.
That makes sense.
Like just
Although hello took like 4 minutes to say. So,
Oh my God.
I don't know.
You're
Yeah,
halfway
it's
into the
ridiculous.
conversation, and it's
Yeah.
just like,
I
you've
bet- I'm-
aged 3 years.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So anyway, that's my list. I just thought we'd give a shout out to Tonga. I hope everything's going good in Tonga. Yeah,
Bit wet.
a little bit. There's no word for surf. I wonder if they've seen the movie Three Ninjas. They know how to make surfboards out of like trees. Someone has
Yeah.
the vision with their
Oh, they
Sega.
were white. They were white.
They were white guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just send we'll send what's his nuts over there. Shit. What's his God damn it. What's his nuts? The sidekick of Adam Sandler. He was
Rob
in
Schneider?
Three Ninjas. Rob Schneider. Yeah, we'll just send Rob.
You mean Surf Ninjas, son?
Surf Ninjas.
Surf
Yeah, that's
Ninjas.
right.
God,
That's
what
what
a
I
classic.
mean. Yeah, that's what I meant. God damn.
I tell you what, for real though, and yet, folks, honestly, it's jokes. Relax. Like we don't actually wish any ill on the people of Tonga. Fucking obviously, shouldn't even be explained. But did you see that fucking explosion from space? The space
From
images,
space, dude. It looks
bro.
nuts. Man.
That was
Fucking
that's the
nuts.
craziest shit ever.
Nuts. There's a video the sound of the explosion from Fiji. You heard that?
No.
Wild.
It's 1,000 kilometers from where it was, and it sounds like Fiji is exploding.
Where'd you hear that?
It's on Twitter, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck,
It's so fucking loud. It sounds like something's exploded 100 meters away from whoever's
Jesus,
filming it,
man.
and it's 1,000 kilometers away.
Yo,
Yeah.
here's some wild shit.
Insane.
Here's something that'll blow your mind. All right, so we saw that explosion from space, right?
Yep.
And if you put that in perspective with the surrounding islands, I mean, it's massive, like just the craziest shit ever, right?
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you, if Yellowstone volcano, Yellowstone National Park,
Oh yeah.
let me tell you what it would look like if that went off. We're talking 1,000 times what you just saw from space for the Tongan volcano.
Is it a super volcano?
Yes.
Yellowstone? It is.
It's a super volcano that's been dormant a long time.
Isn't it well overdue to go off?
Yeah. Well overdue.
Yep.
Ah, fuck!
Yep.
What do you do about that? Like,
Nothing. Not
do
a
you do?
damn thing. You fingers crossed and you clench your butthole. That's about it.
surely someone's looking into it.
Yeah, people have been keeping an eye on it for a while.
So, all right, guys, we're gonna die tomorrow.
People, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a whole bunch of illegal immigrants. We're gonna have to build the wall around the super volcano. And it's gonna be people. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna fund it myself. I'm gonna put Trump all over the towers, people. It's gonna be great. Mexicans will die. They will die. But it's no big deal because America will be great again.
Do you remember that Tommy
And
Tommy Lee Jones movie Volcano?
Classic.
I remember that shit, dude.
That's another one from childhood, bro.
Which, when you think about it now, how fucking dumb it is that basically he saved the country by just putting concrete barricades up to guide the lava through Los
that's
Angeles.
horrible. That's so
It's
bad.
like because somehow concrete barriers are fucking watertight.
They're
and
immortal.
There's no
Yeah,
leakage.
it's pretty weak.
They're immortal. What
It's
about
like-
the one Dante's Creek? Do you remember? Or Dante's Peak? Not Dante's Creek.
yeah,
Dante's
Dante's
Creek.
Yeah,
Because he was talking about lava flow.
Yes.
What do we call this? I'm gonna call that Dante's Creek. It's like Dawson's Creek, but less gay.
I'll give a shout out here to there's two like hilarious comedians, one called Beck Charlwood, one called Alex J, and they do a podcast called
Cool.
the Ladies Guide to Dude Cinema, and
What?
it is
Oh.
fucking hilarious. So they basically just review in like 40 minutes movies that guys have always told them you need to watch this, like every dude movie. So it's
Wow.
got everything, and they did Dante's Peak not that long ago,
Yeah.
and they fucking go so hard. These chicks, they're fucking
what?
hilarious. But I remember in one point in Dante's Peak, the grandma fucking jumps off the goddamn tin
Yeah.
that's sinking in the acid,
into the acid
fucking
water.
thing.
Yeah.
And they're about a meter from the shore. They were definitely going to make it. And
Yeah.
this silly bitch
Yeah, 100%.
jumps out and walks them to the shore. And it's like, and then she just dies there. And the
Yeah.
whole reason they're in that fucking problem is because they went up the mountain to find that dumb bitch and
Yep.
didn't come down.
Yeah.
So
that's
it's
right.
like, I tell you what, like these, you've got to listen to this podcast. It is fucking hilarious.
Can you send it to Mike so he can link it
I will.
below?
Yeah, 100%.
I want to listen.
I will check that
and
out.
every episode is so good. They've done like Big Trouble in Little China, Speed,
my
Speed
God.
2. Every episode that comes out is hilarious. They've both been on our podcast before.
Are they Aussie chicks?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're from
dude, that's
Sydney.
even better.
Yeah, and we're going to go on theirs and do some movies. I think I want to go on there and do Teen Wolf.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Which I love.
the great
But you watch
cinematic
it again
effect.
and go like, this is so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds dope.
But it's a great podcast. I highly recommend it. But yeah,
Good.
they talk about Dante's Peak, and I just remember
I'll
I
definitely check
remember
that
being at the movies watching that and going, why the fuck is she jumping off the boat?
Yeah.
Like why? You're almost there. It's almost like
I was kind
just
of
wanna
like
kill her
at
off.
that young age. I was kind of like, oh, that's what you get.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah.
I don't.
And
not
I was
one
super
person-
young,
Not
and I was
one
like-
person cried over that dead old.
Yeah.
woman.
This is your
I was like,
fault.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be feeling like this, but that's what you get.
Yeah. It's like they couldn't make the volcano be the baddie. They needed a human baddie as well. And it was the
Yeah.
grandma that got them all stuck in that situation.
I always
Yeah.
felt bad for the dude that was trying to get some ass in like that hot spring.
And they cook, don't they? Don't they like
Yeah,
fucking,
they cook. Yeah, they fucking
cook,
like
man.
boiled to death.
Yeah, it was like
God
Cosmo
damn.
Kramer in his hot tub in his apartment.
He was
There's
like
a-
Dr.
Is that when he's
Zoidberg.
flavoring himself? Like,
Oh god.
is that one? And then
Oh,
Newman comes in and
yeah,
feeds him
he,
as a giant chicken or something.
he
What's that?
he
What's
gets
that?
locked out, or he falls asleep on the lounge chair on the roof of the apartment building, and he gets sunburned.
Yeah.
But he had been basting himself in butter.
So he smells delicious.
And Newman's looking at him, and he's licking his lip, and he's just like, "Oh, you smell wonderful." If I remember correctly, and I don't know if this was intentional, but if I remember correctly, that scene when the grandmother jumps off the boat and runs through the water to the shore, wasn't she wearing like knee-high rubber boots, which are supposed to actually stop things like flooding and even acid? Like acid can't burn through rubber boots, I don't
I'm
think.
gonna have to go back and watch.
We'd have
now.
to go and watch it. I can't. I
I
remember,
think she
but-
was wearing those type
Yeah.
of boots, if I remember correctly, which is hilarious because those are the very boots that like weighed her down, so she was struggling to get through. And she's
She probably
going,
bought them off the Instagram ad. They actually don't work at all.
Grandma, but the mud child is too thick. I'm
The boots.
sinking. I'm
Boots,
sinking.
they do nothing.
It's a lie. It's a conspiracyism. It's a lie. It's burning right through me.
And I think that is a dumb thing in that movie. The whole time she's like, "This mountain, I've been on this mountain for 50 years. This mountain
Yeah.
won't hurt me."
Oh my god.
You fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
What makes you
Yeah.
think the mountain gives a fuck about
Yeah,
you?
mountain doesn't know you're here, mate. Yeah.
I've been cooking meth on this mountain for 5 decades.
Hold on now. The mountain's speaking. I'm gonna erupt in 3 days. Oh, he just bullshitting. Come on now, just leave it. He just bullshitting.
I'm telling you right now, the chemicals in my lab's way more dangerous than some dormant volcano.
You think I'm your grandma, but I'm actually 36 years old. Who?
Hey, Sugar, pass me my pipe, Sugar. Pass me my pipe.
Do they let you live on a volcano? Like, do you reckon they can sell land on
If
a
you're
volcano?
senile enough, they're like, yeah, well, just they're better off not being in society anyway.
She's
so.
offering 1.5 million. Just give it to her.
Hey, the
Shut up
bitch
about it.
said she wants to die up there, so she can't take it with her. We might as well have it.
Hey, fellas, you want to hear a joke?
I'd love
Yeah.
to hear a joke.
I was rummaging around the inter of nets this morning. I always like to
Dangerous
look
place.
up jokes. This one popped up. I thought it was kind of funny. A guy walked into a bar with a monkey. The monkey grabbed some olives off the bar and ate them. Then he grabbed some sliced limes and ate them. He then jumped onto the pool table and grabbed one of the balls. To everyone's amazement, he stuck it in his mouth and somehow swallowed it whole. The bartender looked at the guy and said, "Did you see what your monkey just did?" He's like, "No, what?" The bartender's like, "He just ate the cue ball off my pool table whole." The guy says, "Well, yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. He eats everything in sight. Don't worry, I'll pay for the cue ball." So the guy finishes his drink, pays his bill, pays for the stuff that the monkey ate, and he leaves. 2 weeks later, the guy comes back, and he's got his monkey with him. He ordered a drink, and the monkey started running around the bar. The monkey found a cherry on the bar. He grabbed it, stuck it up his ass, pulled it out, and then ate it. Then the monkey found a peanut, and again stuck it up his ass, pulled it out, and ate it. The bartender asks the guy, he says, "Did you see what that filthy ape just did?" He's like, "No, what?" He goes, "Well, he stuck both a cherry and a peanut up his ass, and then he pulled them out and he ate them." And the guy says, "Oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me. He'll eat anything, but ever since he had to shit out that cue ball, he measures everything first."
Okay. Good luck.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, that is good. I
What
like
a
that.
filthy monkey.
I like that. Yeah.
What a monkey.
Yeah, that is good. That is a good one. Do you want me to tell you a joke that my pop told me when I was a little kid?
Hell yeah.
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 Hell
do it.
yeah. Let's go.
He it's the 1st of April, right? And this lady's giving birth to a kid, and the baby comes out, and the doctors and everything all rush around and look, and they're like, "Oh, we just need to go take it over into another room." And the mum and dad are there like, "Fuck, what's happening?" They're all freaking out about it. He's gone for about 5 minutes or so. They're sitting in there super stressed. Next thing, doctor slams through the door and he's bouncing a baby like it's a basketball.
Jesus.
Like bang, 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 bang. Double dribbling it, doing tricks under his legs, and then fucking on the volley kicks it out the window. Right?
Oh my god.
And then he turns to the couple and he's like, April Fools. And they're like, oh. It's like, it was already dead.
I'm laughing the hardest because you said your pop told you that.
Yeah. Holy
Yep.
Jesus.
My pop told me that as a child.
Oh fuck!
My mum's dad. Yeah. Yep.
Man.
Good one, eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel as though I should tell a joke, but I don't have one nearly as offensive as either of those. Because I'm sensible.
Yeah. I feel like I didn't have a say in my humor at all.
No, I'll do my go-to for any new listeners or what have you. Just real quick, it's just a quick question. Why are black people so tall?
I don't know.
Why?
Because they're Negroes. I don't know.
I can't. Can I use that one on the 10th of Feb at the
If
Icon?
you use that one, I'll come up there and hug you.
Chip's like, hey, listen, can I purchase that bit off of you?
I need a good opener.
Yeah. So, yeah. So what are the niggers doing in the tree?
What?
Just hanging out.
Oh Jesus Christ!
See, that met what you guys said. So,
Yeah.
and you know what? It's history. So
It's history. That's
there
right.
you go.
Yeah. I was considering, and I know it's sacrilege to like you as a musician, you can do a cover of someone else's song,
All
Right.
right. Yep.
and it's okay, it's fine. But as a
Yeah.
comedian, you can't just do other people's material.
Dude,
But
You
I
to be
fucking hate
clear,
that.
you can if it is very, very clear and obvious that you are doing something as a tribute to that person,
Okay, well,
or something like that, like an acknowledgement of something.
So
Okay.
you telling me Jimmy Carr did my midget joke?
as a tribute,
As a
to
tribute
Wayne
to me.
People.
Is this what you fucking telling me right now?
Wayne's so pissed.
This palmy motherfucker
Yeah.
stole my
Well,
joke.
that is annoying.
Like, dude,
Oh,
Just
he's
'cause
so
you-
mad.
dude, oh my god, man. I respect
Oh.
him, but if I see him in the street, I'm gonna be like, yo, cunt,
Son of a bitch.
what the
So
fuck?
I'm considering doing the classic Michael Richards set word for word.
Do it.
Well, as I said, just make sure you
Just make sure.
make it clear that you are honoring a legend.
Yeah, be like, this isn't me saying it.
Can you imagine? Imagine going-
Just to be clear,
Word
I'm
for word.
honoring a comedic genius.
Cosmo Kramer.
Oh
Yeah.
goodness.
As we all know, Michael Richards is part of the Comedy Hall of Fame.
Yeah. He got there somehow.
Yep. Yeah. I thought that'd be good.
Wouldn't it be great? You remember like back in the day, they used to do like these CD albums, right? Where it was a compilation of like number
Yeah.
one hits. It was like
Yeah.
it was like
yeah,
the it's the Now Volume
Yeah.
2 hits
So fresh.
of the 1990s dance,
Yeah.
you know, and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so it's or it's the Now mix of romantic R&B smooth jams of the
Yeah, yeah.
2000s, right? How great would it be if we could get like a compilation record of all the bits that ended like comics careers?
Hey man, hold on now. I know
Comedy
we don't
I
edit
think I'm
shit.
on to something.
You might have to edit this shit out. This for us.
Yeah.
This shit is for us, man.
Yeah,
If some
yeah.
motherfucker comes out with this shit in the next couple of weeks, I blame you.
Yeah.
All right, copyright right now. Cookie and
right
Cream
here, right
podcast. Chibs is a witness. In fact, Chibs,
Yep.
fuck it. Throw this episode up on your platform. So
Yeah.
now we have thousands of
We're
witnesses.
out there. We're out there, baby.
Mike Seamus Reed's idea. It's the now. Here's the number one. The
Career
number one
enders.
compilation album of bits that ended comedians' careers. Starting
Yeah.
with track 1, Michael Richards in He's Just an N-Word. Recorded live at the Laugh Factory.
You could have one that's like Bill Cosby, but all it is that someone like you hear someone gulping a bit of water, swallowing a pill, and then snoring.
And then you just hear the squishy sound.
You
after.
hear that? Oh, oh. It's all right, Chad.
I was thinking about Bill Cosby today for some reason. I don't know why. I think I need to work on his like an impression for him.
Yo, I tell you what, I've never, you two and I, we hang out, and I'm surprised I've never actually told you this, but I'll tell you now, just because we're talking about comedians' careers like have ended, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I witnessed one night, all right? I witnessed a comedian have their career ended quite quickly.
No
Really?
way.
And
Big
this is a
name,
big
or-
time. Yeah, this was big.
Oh shit.
This is probably with regards to comedy in the United States. I think this was the biggest moment of a comedian having their career completely fucking derailed.
No.
This,
In a
all
comedy club?
Yep.
Fuck me.
All right, well, drop it. Drop it, son.
I was in the back of the room. This was at the Comedy Store. I was in the original room in the back. I was an employee at the time. I had been working the phone rooms and the door. This was way back. I must have been 21, 22 years old. I was there with quite a few others in the back of the room when the now infamous moment happened where Joe Rogan was on stage calling out Carlos Mencia for his years of joke theft.
You were there.
I was right there, I was in the back of
What
the
a-
room.
I've watched that on YouTube a bunch of times.
I was
Because it's
right
right
there.
Ari Shafir or something is there, and he's saying how he stole his
Yeah.
bit. or something?
Yeah,
That's
he
right?
came up. He came up
Yeah.
after I don't know 5 or 10 minutes or something. It was a long time ago
Yeah.
to like sort of like have Rogan's back. But
Yeah, be
the
like,
way
"You stole my
the way it started is a comedian. So Rogan had done a set, killed as usual. He was bringing up a comedian named Kirk Fox.
Yeah.
And what Rogan said, if I remember correctly, he said something like, the next comic coming up writes for Carlos Mencia.
Oh shit.
And
Yo,
then,
he's a real one, man. He's a real one.
Oh, yeah. And so, again, it's a while ago, and it was nuts. I sometimes the human memory filing cabinet's a bit fuzzy.
Well, it was 15 years ago.
It
if you
was
were
a while
21.
ago, but
yeah.
I like Fox. I think Fox came up. If I remember correctly, he started his set or got halfway through, and then I believe Mencia got like went up and like interrupted it. If I'm remembering, and then tore into Rogan. Rogan went up on stage and confronted him. This is the funniest shit. Jeff Scott, rest in peace, Jeff Scott, the piano player who died about a year ago. He actually, Rogan goes up to confront him, and he's like yelling at him without a mic. And I just remember seeing Jeff Scott hand him a microphone, like from the side.
Here you go, son.
Like, here you go. Like
You'll
this is
fuck
this is
'em
gonna
up.
be good. But anyway, I was there when that whole fucking wacky thing went down. The next day, and for about a week after that, because what transpired was the Comedy Store, at the time, the talent coordinator, this fucking dummy named Tommy, who I can't even go into all the awful shit he was known for, because that's a whole podcast.
Yeah.
He was a piece of shit, and he was a racist, and he like a legit bad fucking awful racist person who was the talent coordinator
Crazy.
of the Comedy Store. Like, how does
Sounds
that
like a
even
normal-
like how
just
did they
normal
get
white
that
guy.
job?
Normal white
Yeah.
guy. What? You got a
So-
white name and a white face? You got the job.
And so what ends up happening is I'm working the phone room, where basically all the job entailed was answer the phones, book tickets, answer the phone when comedians call to give their availabilities, to put them onto the
This is through the phone
rotating
line.
roster.
Through the landline.
Yeah. This is old
Dude,
school, man. This
that's
is not
fucking
mobile phone
old
shit.
school.
This is calling the office
That's
of the
crazy.
store.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm telling you, for a solid week, maybe even fucking 2 weeks, every other phone call was, I'd answer it, Comedy Store, this is Seamus, how can I help you? And it was some guy on the other line going, hey, yeah, just wanted to say, yeah, hey, fuck you for banning Joe Rogan, huh? Fuck you, you piece of shit.
Wow.
Because the store ended up taking the side of Mencia because he, at that moment in time,
Bigger.
was bigger.
Yeah.
At that
Yeah.
moment, that was going to come
Not
to
for
an end
long.
real quick.
He's never come back from it
Nope,
either.
done. Because everyone
Yeah.
knows it's true. And everyone
Well,
knew it was true, and he got
He
called
was
out
on.
for
I listened to him on. He was on the Tiger Belly podcast, which is Bobby Lee's
it. Yeah. Yeah.
podcast. He had because Bobby Lee was like a protege of Mencia.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, and so he had him on, and he's flat out saying, like, to him, just why don't you just admit that you stole them, and then
Nope,
you've done.
you can't.
Like, at least you can admit and just say, I did it. I'm really sorry. I really shouldn't have done it. And he still to this day, he's just, I didn't. didn't.
It's insane. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
insanity.
it's just mental illness.
You
at
can
that
go on
point.
YouTube and just watch one bit after another and see all like word for word,
Word
the bits
for
that are
word.
stolen.
Not
Although
only
you see
that, not only
Amy
that,
Schumer, you see that as well, actually.
yeah, she's awful. But not only that, but she. What a great aside that was. Yeah, but not only that, but he was also known for taking a comedian on tour
Yeah.
where the the tour thing's one thing where let's just say it's opening night of the tour, first night. So the comedian he takes on tour opens, does all the material, right? And then there's whatever, a feature, they do it, and then Mencia headlines. What would then end up happening, maybe it's the next night of the tour, or maybe it's 4 nights later. What ends up happening is Mencia on the fifth night or whatever decides something like, hey, this person who's featuring, I'm going to do all of their material.
Fuck that dude, nigga. Honestly, man, the fuck.
Like it was this weird thing where like he would switch the order,
That's fucked up, bro.
do all the
he would go
material, and then make the other person go up after him. Like if it was a lineup of like 5 or 6 comics, like some weird thing. But that's one thing. But like the big thing was he would show up in clubs, especially the Comedy Store, and he would sit in the back of the room with a notebook, and people would see him do this.
Yeah.
And he would write things down that are like being said on the stage.
See,
Yeah.
now studying
Crazy.
someone's craft is like different. Like taking key points from what they do, that's different. But like
And just
writing
word for
down
word
word
their
for
bits.
word, what they're doing, like that's fucked up, man. Because yeah, shit's happened to me a few times, and I tell you what, man. Ask me how I feel about it.
Is that legit? Like you've
No,
had,
for real.
you've-
There are
you've had
hundreds.
people just go like they'll just go up another time and say your bit.
Yeah, it's happened a few times. Like one of the things locally.
What do you say? What do you say to them?
I like honestly, man. I'm super. I don't want to create conflict or no shit like that. But at the same time, I'm like, God damn, bro. Like I know you're in the comedy scene, and I know you've seen me. And
In
it's
the world
like,
of like Instagram and everything, surely you could just go like a story and just be like, "So this guy just did my entire set word for word," and just like name
no,
and
well,
shame.
because when I had my afro, I did a bit about some chick coming up and grabbing my afro in the bar,
Yeah,
right? And I'm like, what the fuck, right? So this other dude, he doesn't have an afro, he has a beard, so he did a bit about some chick coming up and grabbing his beard and being like, what the fuck, right?
oh, okay.
But it
It's
was
like-
like your bit, word
It's
for
the same
word,
bit.
except he switched
He
afro
switched
for
it.
beard.
Yeah,
Okay.
afro for beard. Like,
Fuck.
and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck, son? Like, not saying that it didn't happen, but at the same
Isn't
time, like,
half the fun of this shit is coming up with the
that's
idea.
why, dude, that's why I try to stay so close to the shit that happens around me.
Yeah.
But that's how I know when it's been ripped, because it's like, man, it's pretty fucking far fetched that you could have the exact same shit that happened to me in my circumstance happen
But it doesn't
to
sound
you.
like it's going to stop them. If
Uh,
they're this fucking psychotic, they'll do it anyway.
I don't know.
You
dude.
wouldn't believe what people will, the lengths people will go to because they don't have the ability to write
Nothing.
original shit. They will go
Yeah.
to insane lengths.
So they're obsessed with the idea of doing stand-up comedy,
Yes.
but can't
they
actually get
can't do
anything
That is
down
you
to
nailed
do
it. That is
So
exactly what it
They're
is.
going to comedy shows, watching someone, then go to another venue and do that bit somewhere.
Bro,
So
oh
I-
shit.
You would know you're doing it.
Bro, I'll
Yeah.
tell you another one. Fuck.
You'd know it.
Oh my god, I'll tell you another one. Oh fuck, I just remembered this. There was this dude in LA named Jason Garrett. This guy went so far to steal not just one bit, steal an act. He stole the act of a dead comedian
Oh,
who
that's
was
low.
known in LA. This guy
That's low.
I think the last name was Mulaney. There's obviously a comedian right now named John Mulaney, not him. There was another guy who is deceased whose last
Yeah.
name was Mulaney. I cannot remember his first name, to be honest.
And
This
this
guy
dude just-
Jason Garrett, what he would do, I remember seeing him around the scene. He would go to open mics. He would do some book shows. I remember seeing him do well enough to where he would like do shows. Like he would do well enough. He wasn't the funniest, but he would do well enough, like bare minimum. And then sometimes he just wouldn't, and whatever. I didn't think much of it. It's just like, okay, whatever. This is how the comedy scene is. You're going to have people who do really well. You're going to have people who do well sometimes, people who never do well, whatever. It's a mixed bag. Who
But
gives a shit?
was it funny because, or was it not funny because it was funny material, but it didn't seem natural?
Okay, exactly. You just nailed it. I remember watching him thinking like, because I personally had never heard any of it, but I'm watching him do it, and I
Yeah.
remember having a feeling of like, I don't know, I feel like it's almost like I felt like he was doing something that maybe friends of his in grade school would talk about. So it's not
Yeah.
really his, but he's kind of taking it from there. But maybe not. I don't know. But then whatever. I'd move on with my life. I didn't really care. Well, word started to spread, and the way this went down was beautiful. So two acquaintances of mine in LA, these dudes Eric and Carlos, they ran this little talk show thing at the LA Improv in like the side room. It was a talk show called the Mostly Normal Show. What ends up happening is Eric, one of the hosts, approached this guy, Jason Garrett, because at the time Garrett was booking a very particular show in one of the rooms at the Comedy Store. So this dude, Eric, was like, hey, if I remember correctly, he was like, I'd love to like get on a show, and basically like this dude gave him the cold shoulder, kind of like was kind of an asshole to him. And this guy Eric was just like, oh, that's okay. Well, he was a total dick to me. Like, okay, but then he like moved on with his life. He's like, okay, well, this guy's a dick. He treated me like a dick. Okay, whatever, fine. Comedy, hey, show business, who gives a shit? I'm moving on with my life. Then he finds out through a third party that this guy, Jason Garrett, that the whole act was stolen from a dead comic whose material is actually online on YouTube.
Wow, that's low.
Okay, so Eric finds this out. Kind of doesn't believe it at first because he's kind of like, that's too easy. Like, there's no way what you just told me is like that accurate and true. Come on.
Yeah.
So I remember being with Eric at another venue one night, and we were like in the back of it. There's a place called Marty's. I used to have an apartment there, by the way, at this little open mic venue in the back. We were chilling. He pulled up on YouTube the exact set we had seen this dude do 2 nights prior.
Yeah,
and it
so
was
that's fucked up.
and it was this deceased comic doing that set fucking like 4 years ago from that moment. Like, so it was well ingrained material.
So Chibs, the shit that you do and how outlandish it is, that actually is kind of like your patent. Because, like, if there's someone else doing the outlandish shit that you're doing and you hear it somewhere else, that raises the eyebrow. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There's no way you're as fucked up as me.
Yeah.
But do you know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
that's
I do,
what
100%.
you try to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
it as original as you can, just like Mike and I try and do. Even though Mike and I talk about being fathers and shit like that, like there's obviously other fathers out there that do comedy. That shit's going to be similar, as well as yourself being a father. But just to think the way that we think and like to say what we want to say in a comedic way, the way that we specifically say it.
Yeah.
You know, if and when you hear it somewhere else, that raises the eyebrow to be like, well, fucking wait a minute. This can't be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be such a blowout.
It's a blowout.
It's just crazy because that's the fun part. Like the fun, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because that's
fun part
you
is
doing it, man.
thinking of these like crazy things, situations, scenarios, things that then you turn into that joke. Like, is the creative process that's half the thing.
Honestly,
for sure.
man. Honestly, dude. You heard my midget bit. Fucking Jimmy Carr stole that shit. I don't give a fuck, man. We will invade England on my behalf. I'm telling you, bro. I will fly the F-22 straight
Call him out.
to the fucking Queen's house. Be like, what up, bitch? You're holding a hostage, and I want it.
Yeah.
So
God saves who? Not you.
So what ends up happening, just quickly with this Jason Garrett guy. So again, these dudes, Eric and Carlos, who run this show, what ends up happening, they find this out. They book this Jason Garrett dude on their show to perform.
Like their talk show.
Yeah. So the talk show is a talk show,
right.
but it has comics perform in between.
Yeah.
It was a fun little thing. They book him on the show, and what they plan is, okay, if this dude comes up here and does the same fucking act again, we'll sit him down for, the post-performance interview, and then play the video on the big screen of.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
Dude,
Holy shit.
You want to talk about your asshole puckering. Dude, they book him on the show. He shows up. He does the whole act word for word. Not a single change. It's even the same like motions and actions, like when he's acting something out. It's literally a carbon copy.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Of this Mulaney guy's
That's
act.
just honoring someone's legacy as well.
Oh, dude,
That's
it's it's the
insane.
most
Like-
unethical piece of
Yeah.
shit fucking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
How
Yeah.
dare you, bro?
So
That's like
he
going
does
in
it.
someone's coffin and wearing their clothes.
Yeah, he might as well just taking a shit on all over
Yeah.
his grave at that point. But so he does the act. He sits down on the couch for the post-performance interview, and I'm dude. Everybody's in the room. All the comics who like that small select few who knew this was about to happen. The audience had no idea.
Oh fuck.
Dude, we're all in the back. Everybody's like elbowing each other. They're like, holy fuck! Like they're gonna do it because he did the act. He actually did it.
He did it.
Yeah.
He sits down. The host asks him a couple of questions, and then he goes, "Hey, listen, there's another thing we wanted to ask you about. Are you familiar with?" And then he like says the dead comedian's name.
Yeah.
And
What
you
does he do?
you see this dude's smile. It just instantly fades. You see the blood just empty out of his body the second he's asked that question.
As it
Hey,
should.
Yeah.
are you familiar with so and so?
Yeah, as it should.
And then he goes. His answer is a very awkward, yeah, why? And then the host, Eric, goes, well, maybe you'd like to comment on this. And they play the video on the big screen for the entire audience to see.
Jesus.
The exact same fucking bit from like 4 or 5 years prior to that night.
Well,
Word
That's what you
for
get, homie.
word.
Did he do many sets after that?
Dude, no, he was
was
run out
done.
of town. He was
Yeah, he
out of
was done.
town the next day. He left
Yeah.
this city.
yeah.
Yeah. What else do you do?
It was so just. I mean, you
what
want to
a
talk
way,
about
what a way to drop it on someone as
dude,
well.
and
That's
that's the
amazing.
thing. Like, not only are you you do nothing but steal intellectual material, but then you actually have the balls to treat your peers like a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you think like you're hot shit because like you run like a bringer show.
Yeah.
Like, good for you. You are not special,
Yeah.
like at all. Fuck. Anyway,
that.
that happened. So,
That's amazing.
moving on, and just for the sake of time, my friends,
What?
guess who decided to write into the show for the for the latest episode?
Perfect calligraphy.
You guessed it, Carlos Mencia. No. We have a letter from Mad Dog.
Fuck yes.
Chips, I know you're aware of Mad Dog.
Oh yeah.
Anyone who's any new listeners, first of all, thank you for listening in. If you're not aware, that we have had a mystery fan out there in the world, a guy who writes a letter into the show every week, something we really appreciate. We have no idea who Mad Dog is. All we really know is he does live in Australia, judging from certain stories he's told. And the fact that he spends the time to write into us every week, we really appreciate. So he has written us a letter, and I will go ahead and read that now. Dear Cookie and Cream, I don't have a story for you today as such, but instead I'd like your feedback on a scam I've come up with.
Nope. You're not getting me, nigga. No way. No.
I ain't going back to jail.
No. Let me get your ideas on a scam. No, nigga, you cannot have it. Nope. Fuck you. I'm
I'd
not
like
saying
your
shit.
feedback. I'd like your feedback on a scam I've come up with to
Nope.
take advantage
Nope.
of this new quote-unquote woke world we are living in.
Okay, maybe. Let's go.
No, now Wayne's in. He's like, oh, okay.
To take
It has to do
advantage-
with wokeness, I'm in.
Yeah, let's go. I don't pay attention to it, but let's go.
The scam is titled maternity leave.
Nope, I'm out. Nope. Who does it benefit? The bitch or the bull? Hold on.
So, so the scam is titled maternity leave.
Okay.
And it goes like this. Would you like to have 6 to 9 months off work with pay? Phase 1. Prepare a statutory declaration declaring that you now identify as quote unquote mother. So this scam is for men apparently. This
Can't
scam
be
is for
using
men.
words like statutory because they align with rape.
Yeah.
They do, and disproportionately they arrest men like Wayne.
Damn it.
Phase 2. Apply through the appropriate channels at your workplace for extended maternity leave.
Mm-hmm.
Phase 3. Wait.
This is the most important phase.
Phase 4. Your boss will be faced with a dilemma. A. Approve leave immediately. Or B. Be forced to approach you so they can, quote unquote, question your identity.
Oh,
and
I see where this is
and quote unquote, gender you.
going. Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Phase 5.
Hold on, let me do my Owen. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Hansel, so hot right now.
Wow. You were smushing between the two Himalayan midgets. Oh, no, little people. I meant little people.
Hey, that's all right. I was just in the jungle smoking peyote with spider monkeys, you know?
Wow. Wow. Wow.
All right, so phase 4, again, folks, phase 4, your boss will be faced with a dilemma. A, they can approve your leave immediately. Or B, be forced to approach you to, quote-unquote, question your identity and, quote-unquote, gender you. Phase 5, if they choose option B, you become extremely offended by the audacity of your boss to actually question your individual identity. Within this phase, feel free to use words such as bigotry, discrimination, unsupported, triggered, etc., etc.
Can you use offended?
Oh, sure, that goes without saying.
Just the coverall offended.
Phase 6. Optional based on progress so far. Get appropriate unions or legal reps on board.
Yeah.
Phase 7. Boss is forced to make a call. Phase 8. See Phase 6 if necessary. Phase 9.
Which universe is this in? Is this Tobey Maguire universe or is this Tom Holland universe? I'm confused with all the phase shifts.
This could be straight up Spider-Verse, bro.
Just
this could be like...
There's a nigga! There's Miles Morales.
This is woke dream within a woke dream within a woke dream. This is wokeception.
He's not hanging from the web. He's swinging from it. Anyway.
Phase 9. Enjoy your maternity leave. And then he ends with a question. Any loopholes here, guys?
Yes.
Go ahead, Wayne.
I'm still confused as to which universe we're in. I feel as though we have shifted over to DC. Dick correctness. Because if all this goes through, how are you going to correct your dick situation?
Well,
Can't
you just say, after when your time's up, I've transitioned back?
Yeah,
I'm
fluid. You could. But this is...
You know what? Fuck, that would be so
People
hilarious.
are so overworked nowadays, they're coming up with shit like this in order to get out of work.
I have to say, Mad Dog, and we know you're listening, I have to say, I think this would work like a charm. I don't think there would even be push from a major corporation.
No,
I don't think there'd be 1 ounce of pushback.
I honestly think there's quite an amount of validity to what he's.
If anything, you'd
Pushing.
be celebrated for doing it.
Yeah,
That's right.
Don't give them 9 months. Give them 18 months if they
Yeah.
need it. If they need 24 months, give them 24.
I think this would work so well at pretty much every major corporation on the
And
planet.
and then you see him end up on Queer Eye or something, and there's like fucking what? Like it just gets out of hand. What? What?
Where'd Mad Dog go? Well, I know he took maternity leave, and then they turn on like the Bravo channel. There he is, like changing drapes in someone's house.
Yeah.
Like just really
Somehow
pushing
he's
it.
on the Desperate Housewives of the OC.
You just got the Jenner man lady showing up like, yes. Yes. Like, because they can't say anything else. Do you want to go dive in the lava? Yes. Really? Are you happy with yourself? You don't want to jump? Yes.
But then you'd really have to sell it. Like once you scam them and you actually get all the leave based on the woke scam, because the internet is the internet, then you really got to keep up with it because someone at your work's gonna like Facebook stalk you. So you got to make sure at least once,
fully commit.
at least once you post a video of you attempting to breastfeed the child as
Nah, son. You got to do the Ray Finkel. You got to Ray Finkel that shit.
the Ray Finkel.
Call back, nigga. You got to tuck your balls in your ass crack
Yeah, you gotta go full Virgin
and then
Mary.
never turn around in a miniskirt.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm looking for Ray Finkel and a clean pair of shorts.
That's the callback of the
Oh,
century right there,
shit.
bitches.
There you go.
All right, Mad Dog, listen, we always appreciate you writing in. Please write in next week. It's always entertaining. Folks, all right, just for the sake of time, we do have to get out of here. Now, something I want to do, 2 new patrons we really want to shout out
shout outs, dude.
right now. Matt Ellum, thank you very much, brother.
What up, Matt?
With your support on Patreon, it goes way further than you can imagine. So thank you very much, bro. We also want to thank Vicky. Vicky, you know who you are.
Hey, Vicky.
Apologies, Vicky. Your last name I actually don't have in front of me, but I know that you just came aboard. I believe yesterday or the day before. From when we're recording this. Thank you, Vicky. You know exactly who you are.
Thank you.
I believe you're based in Albion Park, so appreciate the hell out of it. Vicky got aboard the Sticky Icky tier on Patreon, $10 a month support. Really appreciate it. So she'll be receiving a Cooking Cream Podcast sticker.
Can I suggest something real quick, man?
Sure, man. Please.
Can we give Vicky the skateboard? Because you know what, man? We've given people plenty of chances to jump on, and they have not done it.
Sure.
What do you
Vicky
say?
can have the skateboard. Sure.
Vicky, this is for you. After
All
I
right,
get some
Vicky.
licky from Vicky, she can have this skateboard. No.
So here's the deal. Vicky,
We've got an email address. Send us your address. We'll deliver it personally.
message us, Vicky, on Patreon. We've messaged you already.
Yeah.
Message us your address. We're going to send you this Cooking and Cream skateboard deck. You don't
Yeah.
even have to keep it. If you think you can have someone in your family you think will actually use it, then that's fine.
If the resale value is more than it's worth, I won't blame you. But I just wanted to show the people, this is what we do to the people that support us. You know what I mean?
That's wicked. That's mad.
And I would have loved to give it to you, Chibsy, or Jez or somebody like that. But honestly, I can do this shit for you guys whenever I want. This individual, I don't know who they are.
yeah.
So, this is our opportunity to
yeah.
let
That's
them know
sick.
how much appreciated they are. So,
Yeah.
Mike, if you're on board with it, I'd like to give Vicky the skateboard.
We can give Vicky the skateboard. That I
There you
am
go.
of course on board. Now, folks listening, just to put it out there, look, if you let's just be real. If you want a custom skateboard deck created for you
Now you make it work for me.
like an illustrated
Oh,
deck.
God.
If you have an idea, if you want Wayne to actually do a deck for
call
you,
Mike. No, call Mike.
here's the thing.
No,
the thing.
Mike.
Message us,
Mike does art.
email us. It's the shit ain't for free. Wayne
Show him-
does.
Show
Wayne
him the
works
vagina
a
painting
lot of
you got.
hours. If you want to buy a deck, a custom deck that Wayne does for you, just talk to us. That's all it
No.
takes. Just talk
Yeah.
to us. Wayne will
Yeah.
do it. You can buy one from Wayne because Wayne's
Yeah.
very good, dude.
Thanks, man.
Dude, that Hey Arnold one you did, and the Pinky and the Brain
Oh,
one,
did you like that shit?
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
dude, the fucking you were working on the Spawn one.
Yeah, the Spawn one.
Yeah, I'm
It's
doing
sick.
Spawn one at
You
the
did a
moment.
Ninja Turtles one, bro.
Yeah, I did,
y'all,
yeah.
Wayne does fucking sick decks. If you're a
Thanks, bro.
skater, if you want a custom deck,
Yeah, it's rad.
talk
You better
to us.
hang this shit on your wall. If I see you doing back lips on it, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
If we catch
What are
you
you
on
doing?
the half pipe, Wayne's
What
gonna
are you-
sidekick you.
What are you doing with the skateboard? Skating it? Fuck out of here, nigga.
All right,
No,
folks.
but,
So here's what we're gonna do.
Chibsy, I'll give you the Spawn deck. How's that?
Oh, fuck off! Really?
Yeah, I'll give it to you, bro.
Nah, I'll buy
Oh,
it.
there you go,
when it's
Chibsy.
done, I'll give. Hey, this is what we do, people. It's all about giving back. Like for real, man. You've done so much for us. You've come on the
That's right.
podcast tonight. Hey, make it official, Chibsy. I'm giving you the Spawn deck once it's
Fuck
finished.
yes.
All
All
right.
right, I'll put it up behind me so it's always in the videos.
All right, in that Pepper Pig
Yeah.
backdrop.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So, really appreciate it as always. We love all of you. Chibs, we love you to death. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, fellas,
Um,
thanks so much for having me.
And again, seriously, from the bottom of our hearts, we'd like to thank you and the boys at 1001
Always.
Songs. The
Always.
fact that look, folks, the fact that Chibs and the guys at 1001 Songs that make you want to die, the fact that they agreed to host the side show Wayne and I do, the Love Lounge, on their
Oh,
platform,
dude. Huge.
that is fucking amazing. We will always appreciate it, dude. We just blew past like 20,000 total downloads.
Yeah, it's
Total.
crazy. Hey,
Like
Right,
if you
that's-
go with ours and your platform and just
Yeah.
add it up, it's past 20
It's
for a
so
brand
good.
new show. 20,000, dude. Fuck yeah, y'all. I mean, like, come on now. Like this
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
that
it's
that
rad.
and I got to tell you, god damn, is that show a blast to do?
I love
And
it.
God damn it, it's funny.
we are so happy that people are downloading that show and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what a blast it is.
You guys are good people, man. You guys are awesome.
You guys are really good people.
Oh,
Yeah.
fellas, thank you. And I want to say thank you to both of you guys for helping me make my stand-up debut, because
No,
it wouldn't have happened, and I've been able to sit down with both of you guys and just talk the shit and go through it and get like tips that legitimately help me. And I honestly think if I hadn't have spoken to you two guys about it, then I would have been. First of all, I definitely never would have done it. Second, I would have been shitting myself to do it. And I think it was no bullshit advice from both of you about it that just made it it made the process a lot more simple to do.
Yeah, good.
And like on the night, having Mike MC it and give me an intro that was,
Top notch,
wait,
man. He
top notch,
pro.
top notch.
Yeah, that's right.
And so like going on after that, it just he set me up to win. So I appreciate it.
Well, that was
Yeah.
my job, for every performer. It's, when you MC, it's not about you at all. It's about the performers and keep the train going and hype everybody. And
You did a great job.
But because you were the comic on the night who was making their debut, it was your very first time. You were the only one on the night. That is a big moment.
Yeah, that's such a
It's giant. So I wanted, everybody in the room to really understand, like, hey, this shit ain't fucking easy.
And yeah, you did that well, man. I saw the intro that you gave them.
Yeah.
It's literally jumping off of a cliff into fog, not knowing what to. Do you know what I mean? But you can
Yeah,
either
yeah,
you can
exactly.
either choose to be a rock and like plummet, or you could choose to go fucking Super Saiyan and like make it your bitch. Like
Yeah.
whatever metaphor you want to use. But like it's a leap of faith, bro, and you
No,
put that faith in yourself.
No, yeah, but you guys definitely helped. Like coming and sitting down at your place, Wayne, that day, and just going through bits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like coming just out of that was like fucking priceless on being able to focus on what I wanted to do, and then talking to Mike a bunch of times about it. Just and both of you guys said the same thing. End of it, it's like just have fun.
And that's what it's about. Mike still tells me that.
That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do.
That's all I do, man.
Yeah.
To this day,
And,
I just have fun.
And I did.
Fuck it.
I had the time of my life.
So,
great.
Like, look, if there's any comedians out there that want advice or what have you, hit us up. Like, we're not. I mean, I'm not a pro. Mike's a pro, but doors open always, man. Doors open always.
You guys know what you're doing.
So,
It's
but
good.
I seriously, dude, if I'm on my fucking deathbed, I'll be there next month to share the stage with you, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'll let you pull the plug.
Actually, and you know what? Next month, fucking Dan Southern.
He's getting up. I saw him on the group chat. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have so much fun.
And his missus.
His missus.
And he's
he's
doing it as well.
Yeah. That's right. Double banger.
It's gonna be crazy.
Well, I'll let both of you know now, right before we get out of here. I will actually be out of town that night, so apologies. I will not be present. I will be in Brisbane.
It's all right, bro.
But y'all kill it. I know you will. Or maybe Chibsy will bomb, which would be great. So
that'd be hilarious too.
Maybe he'll just fucking eat it because like none of his friends show up this time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mom.
They all stand him up.
My mom says I'm cool.
I can't
Mom
wait.
likes my jokes.
I can't wait to meet her. I'm going to give her the biggest pickup hug ever.
She'll be very excited.
Great. Me too.
All right, folks. We love you to death. We're going to get out of here. Thank you, Chibs. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, 1001 Songs, for hosting us. Thank you, everybody who came out last week to the show. Thank you for your support on Patreon. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Trust me, it means the world to us, but you know that already.
That's right.
All right, y'all. We love you. Peace out.
Peace out.
Later.